不够。反正这个的罗马浴场前面就是叫福尔摩斯喝了什么，然后他不是晕倒了，不是晕倒了，就是生病嘛。然后后来就很有精神的站起来了，然后就告诉我们，罗马浴场有一对男生女生吧，被杀了吧，抱在一起还怎么样的，绑在一起，有点没有看进去，很可惜那边不能。对，就是下一秒就很有精神的站起来了，完全不知道为什么要写那一段。好，我们要去罗马浴场。哎，下刚刚看一下前面的对话，可能会是啊，两个银行家都是男生，然后有的也是一男一女，然后他们被绑在一起，裸体，加调查。
I'm always wondering what's on your mind, Holmes.
不过我们也可以知道，这个游戏它其实并没有所谓的正确答案，就是其实就是靠你自己觉得怎么样合理就是合理。哦，喷水鱼
Beautiful place.
With a dreadful murder. The body of Sir Rodney Bentcliffe is still in the steam room. It has not been touched.
怎么又
Per
是他
your usual instructions, Mr. Holmes. I shall be waiting for you here, but please hurry.
嫌疑人？
Are you able to identify the men who were with the victim in the steam room?
Yes. The manager of the bath, Sir Gregory Pitkin, a lad from the city council, Garrow, and an archaeologist by the name of Blinkhorn. I think the plump one, Garrow, did it. He doesn't seem right in the head.
Well, we shall see.
哦，那一定不是 Garo。
You found no murder weapon?
No, and that's why I called you. All three witnesses and the victim were locked in when the murder occurred, and they remained so until we got here. We even had to pick the lock to enter.
I see.
所以是怎么样？被反锁吗？
Was there anyone else here, apart from those gentlemen in the steam room?
Yes, a Mr. Phillips. He was the one who called the police. He'll be able to give you more details.
菲利普先。
Good day to you, Mr. Phillips. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is my colleague, Dr. Watson. Would you be so kind as to answer our questions?
Certainly, sir.
Please tell us the chain of events from the start of your day. Everything that you can remember. The slightest detail may be of importance.
Very well, sir. I came in at 6:30 this morning, and I opened the baths. I made sure that the room was clean, and I prepared the towels. The brazier was still burning.
There was a fire burning all night.
Yes, Sir Gregory ordered me to light the brazier yesterday. It takes some time until the room is fully heated. The gentlemen had a meeting at 9 o'clock this morning. I wanted everything to be perfect. They'd been in the steam room for 20 minutes when I suddenly heard shouting. I ran to the door, but it was closed. I couldn't open it. So I ran out to the street to call for the police. One constable came up, and then there were others, and they picked the lock. Then Inspector Lestrade came along, and he told us that nothing should be touched.
Did you receive any other visitors this morning?
No one. Until these gentlemen arrived. Sir Gregory was the first. And then, while we were discussing work details, Sir Rodney and Mr. Blinkhorn arrived, and Mr. Garrow followed.
What happened after that?
I waited until they'd all entered the steam room, then I returned to the hall. The changing room door was open, so I should hear if they needed anything.
You would have heard if someone had entered or left the steam room.
Certainly, sir. These doors make a lot of noise.
所以，只是在这几个人当中，哇，那这样子就能推断出独居，就从头发很整齐来看，就独居。
Are the steam rooms on the other side, Mr. Holmes? Are the steam rooms on the other side, Mr. Holmes?
啊，就是这了吗？
These clothes belong to one of the suspects from the steam room. Clothes belonging to one of the suspects.
感觉这里很舒适诶。
An ice bucket to keep the champagne chilled. Unopened, it was intended to be enjoyed after the steam session. Champagne for a special occasion.
Champagne。这是什么？蜡烛。
Expensive clothes belonging to one of the men from the steam room.
也有3个人的衣服，所以有一个人没有换。哦。哇，眼睛被挖掉了。
Good Lord, Holmes.
Ah, death with a peculiarly Roman piquancy.
Like the one you almost had an hour ago.
Let us forget about that.
There was only one hit from the weapon. It pierced the right eye straight through to the brain. Death would have been instantaneous.
The wound should not have bled so profusely.
为
This
什么啊？
pool is rather
这种
large.
伤口感觉超痛的。
Look, Watson. He was wearing a ring. He very likely removed it before the steam session. Some dirt or earth. I'll take a sample.
Well, death is very recent. Between 30 minutes to 1 hour ago.
I think we have found all that we can here, taking into consideration the abysmal lighting. Constable, we have finished with the body.
We don't have many leads here.
What concerns me is that we still have to find the murder weapon.
Mr. Holmes?
Please have the body removed without disturbing anything else in the room.
All right, Mr. Holmes.
I was wondering, Holmes, it's fairly reckless to carry out a murder inside a closed chamber. Why do you suppose they did it?
There are a great many possibilities. The murderer was in a hurry, or he is an artist, or a ghost, or he wanted to ensure that I'd be brought in on the case.
Probably the latter. You are
你
ridiculous.
扯皮的功夫真是一流。
I should check this blood sample at Baker Street.
Oh?
This key was covered in blood. I should ask Phillips about it. The grid cannot be removed.
这个是什
The
么？
grid cannot be
大
removed.
格是什么意思？
Mr. Holmes?
The grid cannot be removed.
哦，哇，有腾腾，
The brazier is still burning. The
该
heat
不会用
here
这个
is
穿
extreme.
当凶器吧？
It is too hot. I cannot reach into it.
有可能把凶器藏在里面。
I will need something to pick up this melted metal. The weapon is nowhere to be found.
那么早就有蒸汽室哦？这时候是这个几？是已经忘记这个年代是什么时候了，18，可能有吧，还是会有这种概念吧。哦，
With the steam on, I'm
Wow.
unable to see even a few feet away. With the steam on, I'm unable to see even a few feet away.
哇塞，这也太雾了吧，雾过头了。刚刚那里，刚刚那里应该有东西，哎、Again.
One lens is cracked, probably due to the temperature of the brazier. These lenses are for myopia. The wearer is short-sighted. G. Newell and Sons, steam specialists, Seattle, WA.
刚刚那里面还有东西没有调查到。
With the steam on, I'm unable to see even a few feet away.
要看什么呢？哦，他在这个时候给我眼睛的提示，我感觉应该是有什么
With
东
the
西
steam on, I'm unable to see even a few feet away.
稍微远一点的地方。看起来是只有那里啊。哦，调查完了，原来就只是上面。我们可以去问他们了。
It's horrible. I can't talk at the moment.
I'm in shock. I don't want to talk.
很壮哦。哎，他的毛巾有血。
Blood traces wiped on the towel.
It's horrible. So Rodney, he's dead. Can't we speak about it somewhere else?
会有可能他只是碰他而已，他的手也有血。
I can't understand what happened.
What should we do next, Holmes?
Mr. Holmes? Or do we have to stay here? Can't we go?
No, no.
If you have to interrogate me, I'd like to be dressed properly first.
I found him. I touched his shoulder,
Oh,
thinking that he was just asleep. I don't want to stay here. Let us out, please. It's horrible. So Rodney, he's dead. Can't we speak about it somewhere else?
The brazier is still burning. The heat here is extreme.
我应该去拿工具。
Mr. Holmes, I should like to take the suspects to the yard. You can interrogate them there. Any objections?
Please wait. I need to do something first. How many people have keys to the steam room?
We have just the one key for now, which Sir Gregory gave to me.
So, this morning you opened the steam room, and then?
I put the key inside my desk, but when they called, I couldn't find it. It had disappeared. I don't know where it is.
Did you leave the baths at any time, or receive any visitors?
No, sir. I did
哦
not.，
可是他的钥匙被偷了耶。
No, sir. I did not.
是真写的钥匙吗？榜样本。哦，电报啦。
You are not telling the truth, Mr. Phillips. You left your work this morning, and you went to the post office, where you dispatched a telegram at around 7:30.
But how could you... No,
The telegram was for someone in Manchester.
Mr. Holmes, it's I'll tell you everything. I left the baths at 7:20. My sister wrote to me yesterday, and she needed a reply.
What
Our
the
mother is
hell?
unwell. I was away for 20 minutes, and I closed the baths on my way out.
Did you receive a reply from your sister?
No, she wasn't meant to. I just told her to pawn my old school uniform so that she could pay for the medication.
Did you check to see if the key was still in your desk when you returned?
No, I didn't. Please, Mr. Holmes, don't tell the police about this. Sir Gregory would give me the sack. I need this job.
I see. There is a bottle of champagne on ice in the changing room. Do you have any idea who left it there?
There is? Are you quite certain? I didn't pay any attention. Do you believe that it's important?
有可能下毒。
Mr. Holmes?
These baths are becoming sinister.
那我们先让他们
Mr.
回去好了
Holmes?。
我总觉得回去他特别选这个，好像不能让他们回去一样，诶，好可怕！好像让他们回去就会错过什么。是怎样？设置焦点。 哦，好酷哦！
Pyrite, otherwise known as fool's gold. Selenite. Pyrite, otherwise known as fool's gold. White clay particles. Interesting. According to the color and its composition, I deduce that this sample is white clay. Now, I need to find which area near London this sample belongs to. The sample of dirt belongs to the White London Clay region, located near the city of St. Albans.
这个你就查得到。
Let us analyze this blood sample. This blood has not coagulated well. It seems very liquid. That is strange. Let us see what is inside it. Hydrogen peroxide will bring any foreign matter to the surface. I must take a pipette and place several drops of hydrogen peroxide. I must take a pipette and place several drops of hydrogen peroxide. Water. This blood is heavily diluted with water. My analysis table. It is useful for my work.
稀吗？稀释还是冲掉？
On the sofa for the third time today. Well, don't be surprised if Watson sits on you again.
What should we do?
我还要找到可以加。其实你就可以在家里拿一个铁棍之类的去啊。
Frigidarium.
Oh.
This area serves as Sir Rodney Bentcliffe's workshop.
Glass
plate negatives, a remarkable method for recording ancient civilizations. A glass plate negative is missing. It is a glass plate negative of an Egyptian statue. Archaeological findings. Old clay pots with numbers inscribed upon them.
Ah, 死掉的是谁啊？死掉的是罗德尼，然后现在是，刚刚是说罗德尼有很多人受到很多人喜爱。 个金属钟。
Archaeological findings. Old clay pots with numbers inscribed upon them.
外面也太吵了吧！
A shape has been cut in the plate. What should be done with it? Tools used by archaeologists
这里
in
不
their
是，因为这
research.
里有个钳子啊，最
I
好
will
是可以
need
拿哦。
these
哎、
tongs.
好，还好可以拿。我说最好是给我可以拿哦。所以我是这个浴场的老板吗？干嘛？
My God, are you all right? I wonder how this could have happened.
Yes, it is somewhat treacherous. Fortunately, I am unscathed. To where does this corridor lead?
To the frigidarium, the coal room.
Barely unscathed and by a very small margin. And treacherous is an understatement.
哦，是陷阱吗？
Those stones weigh tons. We won't move them.
It does not matter. If our investigation requires it, we shall ask for them to be removed.
I'm always wondering what's on your mind, Holmes.
我刚刚有踩到什么陷阱吗？
The steam room.
这里还没调查完呢。他写说调查犯罪现场，这个我竟然还没调查完呢，所以我还有东西没有找到。
Mr. Holmes, I should like...
Please.
All these events are bad for the baths. And my job.
Frigidarium. The changing room. I should analyze this melted metal.
好了，就看他们没有东西的
I
话，
found him. I touched his shoulder, thinking that he was just...
I feel ill. I want to go.
It's horrible. I can't talk at the moment.
哦，屁股。 先放他们回去吧。
Mr. Holmes...
None, Lestrade.
OK， 找到凶器。我应该等一下去问，然后这两个一个要看1893年。
This is a piece of metal taken from a brazier. It appears to be silver, but I need to be sure. If it is silver, it will be possible to melt it, since silver's melting point is at around 900 degrees Celsius. Let us compare this sample with a silver penny by testing it with acid. If it changes color to match the result of a reaction with a silver coin, then it is silver.
Run. 变红色，变红色。
The reaction is the same red stain. It is silver, Britannia silver quality. This is where I keep my post.
1893年，
That is not the one I need.
哪一？
Here it is.
By the eye he was punished, for he saw that he was not worthy. Dreadful.
看罗德尼·本克特里夫先生在阿斯旺地区主持的挖掘活动已经进行3年，也距眼睛同样的手法吗？只其右手伸出，似乎想抓住某个物品。问话。 我想吃东西了。
Good day to you, Mr. Holmes.
A hand-drawn map.
哇！哦，硬币。
An old and rather dirty coin.
7。
This ring was most likely the one that Sir Rodney wore. He removed it before entering the steam room.
他看那个戒指的痕迹就知道很像的吗？那么神吗？
An Egyptian symbol. It is a very old jewel. I see the join. This ring was repaired and quite badly too, with silver.
Why on earth would they wear such a ring?
A very pertinent question. Rodney Bentcliffe's notebook. It may contain something of interest.
被撕
The
掉了。
last pages were torn out. We must find a way of retrieving Sir Rodney's last lines. Watson, please prevent anyone from
要
entering
来
the
画画
room.
画了。
But first, fetch me a pencil. To begin with, a few strokes of the pencil will be enough. I don't want to damage the traces.
还是中文呢？马上就要名垂青史了。哇！
And then to gently smudge the leftover pencil marks with a handkerchief.
又是华生的
I'm
手
sure
帕
that。Watson won't mind if I use his.
华生的手帕永远都在做这种事。啊，今天呐、不是我，是今天。
Mr. Holmes, the coroner had... But what are you doing? Tampering with the evidence?
I prefer to make them talk. Today, I almost found it. This date will go down in history. Sir Rodney was about to make an outstanding discovery.
Wonderful.
I could retrieve only the final words. The rest of it is lost. Perhaps the autopsy will assist us in that matter.
I'm not sure that I can
Yeah,
allow you to inspect the body now.
I am sure that you must, Constable.
Well,
不然你来查，你行你来。被弯刀刺穿，右背上有旧损伤。隔离。冷冻室的开采依旧在你的手里进行，并没有任何成果。哦，格雷格里跟冷冻室有关
An
哦。
ordinary pencil. When Garrow found Sir Rodney dead, he wiped the blood upon himself. A phial with herbs. Do you know what it is, my dear fellow?
It's the St. John's Wortflower, Holmes. It's commonly used as a drug against melancholia. However, an overdosage might lead to a rash or even hallucinations.
Sir Gregory Pitkin's visiting card. A fountain pen with solid gold
哇
trim.
塞，纯金打造。
An embroidered silk handkerchief.
加罗比特金。
What should we do? According to the coroner, there were no cardiac problems nor lung congestion, but there were traces of fungus, possibly contracted from the Egyptian tombs. The coroner observed no stomach nor liver disease, if we're to accept that Sir Rodney was an occasional drinker and 63 years of age. An unusual wound, inflicted by a curved knife, which resulted in instant death, as the coroner's report says.
Oh, 屁股
Some light bruising caused
这
by
怎么那么
a
像那个一个背心的图案呢、啊？这个插章。
The bruising is in lines. They were caused by a rope around the waist. Sir Rodney was descending
那这个
somewhere.
床还有一个排水孔，我有可能还要洗伤口。这个人到底还要再躺多久？我说旁边这个。
Please escort this suspect for interrogation. Good day to you, Sir Gregory. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I'm assisting the police with their investigation of the murder that took place this morning. Would you mind answering a few questions?
Tell me, Mr. Holmes, will I need to stay here for very much longer?
And help you.
You are the manager of the baths, is that correct?
Yes. I'm passionate about archaeology. I wanted to restore the ruins. My ambition is to open the baths to the public. Living archaeology can be a profitable business, although now I'm not so sure.
I see. When do you wish to begin using the baths?
When the archaeological researches are over, I will be free to complete the restoration. It is the usual process.
What was your relationship with Sir Rodney Bentcliffe?
We were not particularly close. He had an unpleasant temperament. Suspicious, authoritarian, unkind. People possessed by genius may be forgiven for their nature, but not by me.
Was he obstructive?
Not at all. Everything he did led us to greater success. He helped us increase the potential of the building.
异度吗？
Please tell me what happened this morning.
The test that we performed this morning was a success. The steam was working well. Then, of course, that awful murder.
What did you see?
The steam was too thick to see anything. But ask Garrow, he saw the body first.
Had Sir Rodney exhibited any recent strange behavior?
Look, I'm not a suspicious fellow, but I think that he had professional interests elsewhere that he did not wish us to know about.
Why should you think that? Where?
I have no idea. But after all, it was not my business.
How was the work progressing before Sir Rodney's arrival?
Rather slowly, I would say.
哦，冰镇的香槟，他们要庆祝了吗？诶，现在不是，现在不是吗？想太多了。
Rather slowly, I would say.
Sir Gregory, could you please explain this letter? You expressed the wish to call off the research work at the baths.
It was all about Blinkhorn. He was merrily digging away and taking very little care about it, ruining everything and finding nothing of any value.
But the arrival of Sir Rodney changed your mind?
Sir Rodney's work was extremely promising, and it was good for the bath's publicity. So yes, I changed my mind.
Some melted silver was found inside the steam room brazier. Do you know where it came from?
Silver? No.
Are you aware that Mr. Garrow is
如
under
果是
a
黑色
form
洛
of
城，刚刚那
medication?
你就要分辨他是说实话还是
No,
谎话。
but I never liked that parasite.
Do you believe him to be capable of murder?
Well, he did have blood on him. Does that make him a murderer?
我觉得不会这么明显。
Did you bring a bottle of champagne to the baths?
Absolutely not. Sir Rodney did, I think.
哦，是罗德尼。很有钱呢，他就是那个都特比那么贵族出身有钱人。口型蔑视，这个也要调查是不是？傲慢的眼神。
Please escort this suspect for interrogation. Good day to you, sir. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and I am assisting the police with their investigation of the murder of Sir Rodney Bentcliffe. Would you mind if I asked you a few questions?
Not at all, Mr. Holmes. My name is Percival Blinkhorn.
What is your occupation?
I'm an archaeologist, specializing in the Roman period. I'm working on several excavation sites at present, including the baths at Strand Lane.
Can you tell me more about the baths?
Well, we're hoping to retrieve a great many interesting artifacts from the site, and to list any items of value before their eventual restoration and exhibition.
And has it been successful?
It has, thanks to Sir Rodney.
What was your relationship with Sir Rodney?
Well, I couldn't say that he was a kind man, no. But he was talented. I felt a great admiration for him, I must say.
Was it your first collaboration?
I had met Sir Rodney briefly once in Egypt, and I'd shared my researches with him. Surprisingly, my work did convince him to come here. He arrived only a couple of months ago.
Surprisingly?
Well, Sir Rodney was a cold man, and so very secretive too. But I learned so much from him. I can't believe that he's dead.
Can you tell me what you saw today?
Well, we entered the steam room and we all went to sit down. The steam was particularly dense, and I didn't see anything much further after that. I just heard Mr. Garrow shouting, but we all ran for the door and bumped into each other. I was very alarmed by this point.
What did you do?
Well, the door was stuck, and with all the steam, it was quite frightening. I was barely able to see my own feet. Garrow was covered in blood.
Do you believe that Garrow killed Sir Rodney?
他连自己的脚都看不清，但他知道别人身上有血。
Can you recall any recent event that would occur to you now as being a little strange?
Well, yesterday We had a small argument.
Is that all?
No. Sir Rodney informed me that he
对啊
was to attend the London
可是
Archaeological
叙述
Congress
上的
with
问
me.
题，他是说
Then
后
he
面他
advised
正
me
当游
of
戏。
quite the opposite. And rather aggressively, too.
Do you recognize this ring?
Certainly. It's the famous Aswan ring. Sir Rodney brought it back from his last campaign in Egypt.
And he kept it for himself?
Sir Rodney has had his own particular ideas of archaeology.
What can you tell me about Garrow?
Well, he always looks so sad. And he has been acting strangely lately. He complains about voices and visions.
有太多那个
I
药
will
了。
keep an eye on him because I'm worried.
How well were your researchers progressing before Sir Rodney's arrival?
Rather well.
不可能。
This letter reveals that Sir Gregory was prepared to put a stop to your work.
Yes. But since Sir Rodney's arrival, he had calmed down. He allowed us to work. I'm not sure what they agreed on.
What will happen now that Sir Rodney is dead?
Well, I haven't thought about that. But if it's needed, I will fight to defend Sir Rodney's expectations.
We discovered some melted silver in the brazier. Did you put it there?
No. Silver, you say? No, I don't know how it got there.
谁会承认呢？
Did you place the bottle of champagne in the changing room?
No, I did not.
No, do not. 哦，那他感觉是在说他不是凶手诶。没钱，超没礼貌啦。直接推认别人没钱，旧的领巾、旧衣服没钱，还是破衣服什么？
Please escort this suspect for interrogation.
为什么他有
A
特别
good
动
day
画
to？you. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I'm assisting the police with their investigation of the murder of Sir Rodney Bentcliffe. Would you mind if I asked you a few questions?
I am Tristram Garrow.
What is your occupation?
I am a councillor at the district chamber.
What were you doing at the baths?
Well, I follow the researches. I am interested in archaeology.
You follow them?
Yes, so many things happened and we need to know. Or perhaps it's better hidden.
I beg your pardon, Mr. Garrow.
I meant nothing by that. I apologise.
What was it like to work with Sir Rodney?
It was like working with a genius. He was a hard man, but then you know this world is hard. There are always people who want to steal from you, and he trusted me. But oh,
Are you feeling unwell?
I'm sorry. It is I I remember. Oh, I feel so sorry.
Do you need anything?
I feel bad. I hear. No, nothing. I'm better now.
Please try to
感觉就不
recall
是
what
他
you。saw today.
The room was so hot. I had to
哦，
remove
所以
my
眼睛是他
glasses.
的。
I was not feeling so very well in there.
But you found the body.
I saw the knife, you know, flying through the air. I saw the blood. I tried to escape. I don't remember.
Saw the knife. What did it look like?
Everything was as if in a nightmare. It all happened so fast. The knife was shining like gold.
Had Sir Rodney exhibited any recent strange behaviour?
Well, he had been rather secretive these past few days. Last Thursday, for example, I saw him leave. When he returned, it was very late. He showed me some wet coins, Roman coins, and he started to laugh. His ring! Oh, it should be destroyed.
Why do you say that?
It is a cursed ring, digging dark secrets.
Really?
It is after me now. I know it. I shouldn't have worked on it in the workshop. It's too late now. Thank you. Thank you. This will help me to calm down.
Do be careful with the dosage.
I will.
I mean it.
This is the coin that
Oh,
he showed
冷静。
me. It is from the 3rd century.
It must be very rare.
No, I don't know.
We discovered some melted silver in the brazier. Did you put it there?
It didn't help. The power is too strong.
啊？乱讲话哎！
Did you place the bottle of champagne in the changing room?
What? No.
Oh. 护身符，迷信的手，迷信。上衣。衣服上的这个很让人家在意啊。错过了什么吗？这衣服上的泥土感觉超在意的啦。哦，汗水。
Garrow appears to be rather mentally disturbed. Either that or he is a good actor.
Mm. 接下来再回到浴场，那个香槟都没人承认是他们放的，银也是，那到底是谁？天降伟人。 面竟然有。哦，奇怪的伤口。哦，融化的银跟眼镜，对，是从眼镜。我每次都点错。然后香槟。这应该没有，这应该都没有。蒸汽温度，绝对不是蒸汽的关系吧？蒸汽会这么多吗？布林克霍恩基是他。
We don't have many leads here.
These baths are becoming sinister.
Champagne for us.
竟然不需要再回来调查吗？肯定就要在这里被发现。我要回去对地图。来对地图啊！我把这个地图对对，还是可以跟蕾蕾玩。我不知道，一看蕾蕾吧。
Now we have 2 maps. We must combine them properly.
嗯。哦。
Watson, pack your bag. We are visiting a location in St. Albans marked on Sir Rodney's map.
边应该有存档吧？过去这边好了，存个档。好，停在这儿。这个游戏对我来讲最困难的就是好多他们那个人名都好长一串哦，我有点搞不清楚谁是谁了。只记得 Garo 是那个有吃药的那个。